Let's have a look at combinations. Before you start this, make sure that you know what permutations are and how you can use them to count. Okay, I have 5 different ice cream flavours, and I want to put 3 scoops of them into a bowl. So here are my bowls here, and you can see that because I'm putting them in a bowl, the order I put them in doesn't matter. So having it ABC in that permutation, we're going to say is the same as having it as CAB. And I also don't want any more than 1 scoop of each flavour, so there's no repetition. My question is, how many different combinations of ice cream could I have? So the way we would have solved this using permutations is very simple. There are 5 options for the first scoop, then there are 4 options for the second scoop, so we multiply them together, and then there's 3 options for the third scoop. And that would have been our answer. However, within this, there are many repetitions of the same 3 letters. For example, if I had scoops A, B and C in a bowl, with this formula here, we've also counted ACB, and BAC, and BCA, and CAB, and CBA. These are the 6 ways that I can rearrange A, B and C, and they are all included in my formula here. So what we need to do to account for this is we actually need to divide this number by the number of ways that we can rearrange any 3 of them. We can see that using this, there are 3 ways to choose the first one, times 2 ways to choose the second one, and 1 way to choose the third one. So there are 6 ways that we could have rearranged these 3. To finish it off with our formula, we just have to divide the 2 together. So what we've ended up with our answer is the number of ways that we can pick 3 divided by the number of ways that we could have rearranged any of those 3 because the order does not matter. So this is our answer, and we know 5 times 4 times 3 is 60, and we're going to divide that by 6, and so our answer will be 10 ways, 10 combinations of 3 scoops of ice cream. So now that we know how to solve a combination question, let's have a look at the general formula. When I have n items, so I have my 5 scoops of ice cream, and I want to choose r of them, so in that case I wanted 3, then what we say is that n, the number that we want, c for choose, r, so if I want 5 choose 3, will be equal to the number factorial divided by r factorial, and that will be multiplied by n minus r factorial. Now there's a lot there to take in, but I want you to notice that our formula for n pick r is n factorial over n minus r factorial. And that is the bit here that I've drawn in black. So the only new thing is what I've drawn in red, and that is what cancels out the combinations, remember. So for our question, we'll write out so you can see what we did. We had 5 choose 3, and that is equal to n factorial is 5 factorial, and we divide that by 3 factorial, and we multiply that by 5 minus 3, which is 2 factorial. And so if you imagine me writing this out, we'd have 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 divided by 3 times 2 times 1, and then the 2 factorial will be multiplying by 2 times 1. So let's have a look. The 2's cancel, the 1's will go away as well, and what we're left with, 5 times 4 times 3 divided by 3 times 2 times 1, and that's what we had in the question above. That will be 10. On your calculator, you can find the buttons next to the NPR button over here by the divide sign, the NCR. Again, if you wanted to solve the problem that we had above, you would need to input into your calculator 5, then you do your C, and then you do your 3, and that will equal 10 when you put it in. So that's it for combinations. With this information, you can tackle any counting problem, but I'm going to cover a few more which do a few different things in the next videos.